Hey, my name is Jackson LeHue, and I'm a junior here at Mississippi State. Um, at, on the football team, first as an offensive lineman and now as a strength coach.
Hi, my name is Nick Hernandez. I am a 21-year-old senior football player at the University of Sioux Falls.
Howdy, my name is Ellis Fox. I am 20 years old. I'm a sophomore on Texas A&M's women's swimming and diving team.
I'm James. I'm 19. I'm a sophomore, and I play football at USF.
Hi, my name is Kenji Scales. I'm a junior here at the University of Sioux Falls, and I'm on the men's basketball team.
Hi, I'm Claire Lowry. I am 19 years old. I am a sophomore at Texas Tech University, and I'm on the track and field team, and I'm a high jumper.
Hello, my name is Tana Ferris. I am a sophomore here at the University of Sioux Falls. I am an elementary education major, and I am on the golf team.
Yeah, it just means a lot to be an athlete. It's a certain level of dedication and, discipline in your craft that it's really hard to achieve. And you just got to be locked in. At the end of the day, it's a beating getting your degree and playing sports at the same time, and it takes a lot out of you. And athlete mental health is really important. If you have the resources to talk to somebody about mental, physical injuries, it's a really good deal.
And what I think it means to be a student athlete, I think it means to be disciplined in various aspects of your life, whether it be in the field, in the weight room, in the classroom, in your relationships, in your family connection, just however you interact throughout society. I think we're meant to be disciplined and just work hard for others and be a good teammate, be a good person, just be service to other people and just be there to support and be part of a team and be part of something bigger than yourself. And I think it really just means to strive for success day in and day out. No matter how the day's going, we constantly strive to be better and constantly strive to improve in every aspect of our life.
To me, being a student athlete means representing something so much greater than yourself, not only your school, but also your teammates, your coaches, and everyone who has helped you along the way.
So what it means to me to be a student athlete, I'm super privileged to play my sport at this level and get a good education from this university. Being on a sports team, you're surrounded by a great group of people who are going through the same things you're going through most of the time, and you just get some automatic friends from that. So I think that's pretty cool.
Me, being a student athlete means that your classes come first, academics always come first. I grew up in a household where my dad was a coach and my mom was a teacher, and so if I wasn't doing my schoolwork, I couldn't go to practice with my dad. So it was drilled into me at a young age that academics always comes first.
So what it means to be a student athlete to me is you have to be extremely passionate about your sport. As a student athlete, you are devoting so much of your time to your sport. So if you truly don't love what you're doing and don't want to get better, then you're just doing a disservice to yourself and your teammates and everyone around you. And you also have to be extremely self-disciplined, because if you want to set high goals and you want to meet those goals, you have to be extremely self-disciplined.
Being a student athlete has always been one of my biggest goals, but it also comes with a lot of focus and determination, because in college you have to be able to manage academics and athletics, and sometimes that can be hard, but it also is a great opportunity for leadership within the school, because you're able to mentor those who are around you.
Just recently I went through being done with football because they told me I had permanent nerve damage in my neck. And, it was a real kicker, to be completely honest. But, we had a ton of people, to help me out, a ton of people around me. And we have sports psychiatrist Joey Case, who was really really helped me out. I talked to him for like 3 hours straight for a week probably. And, you know, it was just, he really helped me through. I was in a dark place, really was. Hit some PRs though in the weight room because of it, but just wasn't in the right headspace. I couldn't get anything done, and it's not who I am. And I'm very thankful for everything he did for me. And if you have those resources, use them. I mean, 100%. It's a shame it's not mandated across all sports and colleges that there is an available sports psychiatrist or whatnot for y'all to use. And yeah.
Unfortunately, at the beginning of my career, I had dealt with some mental health struggles that had nothing to do with the school or the people. It really had to do with me just being so far away from home and me not being used or feeling comfortable to the environment that I'm in currently. But luckily, I have a really good support system back home. I became very close to my team, and my team has just been phenomenal. They've always been a great support system, knowing that I have family here, even though I have family 1,000 miles away from me. But my team has definitely been my rock and just been the people I can always rely on no matter what.
Yes, I have struggled with mental health in the past, and yes, I am strong for saying that. I've struggled with it inside and out of the pool, whether it's not performing or not allotting enough time to studying and not getting the grade that I know I'm capable of.
Last fall, I got a bone contusion in my knee about week 3 of the football season at my old college. So I think that made me struggle with mental health as an athlete a little bit because I was sidelined and I couldn't, get better. There wasn't really any physical therapy involved. It was just kind of a waiting game. So that kind of had me down. And I think I had just too much of my self-worth wrapped up in sports.
I have struggled with mental health as an athlete. I think in high school, not as much. I feel like high school basketball for me was really pure, and the emotions were just a lot of joy that came out of it and not a whole lot of stress. So I was fortunate enough to have that experience. For the past 2 years of college basketball, it's been a little bit more stressful. There's higher stakes. And so I do think that, I did experience some mental health struggles last year for basketball.
Have I ever struggled with mental health as a student athlete? I definitely have. I set extremely high goals for myself because I want to make my coaches proud and my parents proud and my teammates proud. So what comes with that is I can be pretty hard on myself and I can be pretty negative towards myself. And I could definitely give myself some more grace at some points.
I would say probably last fall was probably one of my harder years just because it was probably the first time I've ever experienced athlete burnout. In golf, we always play a spring season in South Dakota for high school, and this is our first time playing in fall. And the practice schedule plus the countless amount of tournaments we had was definitely one of the biggest mental struggles, and it just made me literally never want to play golf again.
If you ever have any issues, anything, on, off the field, at home life, anything like that, do not hesitate. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, but at least you tried, and we're able to talk about it with somebody. That's the main thing, is just a lot of stuff you don't want to tell anybody about, and it's just easier to let it out with a professional who can guide you through that kind of deal. And I'm very thankful for everything that we have here at Mississippi State, and I hope that whatever college you or y'all are at, y'all have the same available resources, because it really is a big deal. And but yeah, hope if there's another athlete watching this that you'll succeed in y'all's craft and do the best you can, because at the end of the day, It doesn't matter what's going on in your life, but you have ball, you have school, all that, family issues, whatever. At the end of the day, just be better than you were yesterday.
So the advice I would give to any incoming freshman that's dealing with any kind of mental health struggle, whether it be anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, or just even just being homesick, I would say just keep your head held high. You know, take it day by day. I don't think I would handle your issues. I wouldn't say issues. I would say struggles on the field versus struggles in the classroom. I think it's good to separate the two because they're two very different things. Obviously, you do it for the same school, but they're very different actions. They have very different results and consequences. As for classroom, I would just say stay on top of your homework. You know, just if you have all your homework done, you don't have to worry about a lot of other things, and it leaves you outlets to give yourself breaks and have some me time. Some alone time is always good for you. And for your sport, whatever you may be doing, whether it's track, baseball, football, soccer, whatever it may be, say take it a day at a time. You know, not every single day you're going to see progress. Not every single day you're going to be at the physical or mental spot you want to be. So I would say just take it day by day, step by step. You don't rush it all. You have hopefully a long career here. So just take the time to develop and lean on the upperclassmen and lean on the people around you. And your sport is your family. There's people there to support you no matter what's going on. Whether you may feel alone or no one understands, somebody around you loves you and cares and will take the time to hear you. So just lean on the people around you every single day, and I guarantee it'll take you a very, very long way here.
Advice that I would give to any incoming student athlete or freshman would be that it is okay to ask for help. It's okay to cry, and sometimes you just need to take time to figure out what works best for you. Something isn't always going to work exactly the way it's meant to on the first try, and it takes some deep diving into who you are, what you stand for, to kind of reset and start from ground zero again to find out what works best for you. Learning curve is not linear, and there can be ups and downs along the ways. Just take your time and have grace with yourself.
So if I would give you guys some advice, I would say don't, put that much self-worth and don't make sports that serious. You still want to be good at sports, but once you get injured, that kind of all goes away. So, your identity's in God and, in who you are as a person. So that's what I would say. And for some more advice, at USF, Avera runs a program called Avera Student Assistance Program. You get 6 free counseling appointments per issue you have, so definitely utilize that, whether that's issues in the classroom or on the field or court or whatever, in the pool. And then just definitely use that. It's a good free resource, and that's all I got.
Some advice that I would give student athletes is to not put all your value in your sport. I know that for me, I'm still learning how to do that. I'm still practicing every day. I'm injured right now. I can't practice, and so that's making it a little difficult for me. But just not putting all of my worth in basketball. For me, my faith, I'm a man of God first, and so I like to prioritize that over basketball. I don't always do a great job of it, but that helps me not worry so much about basketball because I know that there's something ahead of me. My dad always tells me, and this is good advice too, that you only get to play your sport for about 20-25 years. If you play all through, you grow up, you play through college, 22. If you play pro, which, you think about how many people play college athletics, how many people actually move on to the next level, play pro. So just being able to realize, this is a short period of my life. If I live to be 80, that's 60 years of me being a person. And so worrying more about who I am as a person and not putting so much of my effort into right now, I'm not doing good enough. That kind of thing that stresses yourself out. So just really my advice would be to think about your circumstances. Yeah, you're playing college basketball, or you're swimming in college, you're playing football. There's a lot of people that don't get to do that, and so just being grateful and really being where your feet are, and not losing sight of that, because it can really be helpful just to slow down, see where you're at, say, hey, like, I might not be performing the way that I want to, but guess what? I'm playing college basketball, and I got friends back home that wish they could be doing this. So just really slowing down, appreciating where you're at, not putting all your value, not putting all your eggs in one basket. So yeah, that'd be my advice.
And some advice that I have for incoming student athlete freshmen, or just freshmen in general who do struggle with mental health, is you're not alone. Reach out to anyone. I promise you, everyone's going through the exact same emotions. College can feel extremely isolating at first. So it can be easy to kind of suffer in silence and keep all your emotions bottled up, but reach out to anyone, talk to anyone, get it out. You'll feel so much better. And that's it.
My biggest piece of advice would be just to give yourself grace. Coming into college, you have such high expectations because usually you're the best on your team in high school, and when you come to college, you're competing with all the best athletes from all their teams. So just give yourself grace and know that you're probably doing the best that you can, and like, it's gonna come eventually, and you don't need to burn yourself off the first year of being in college.